Hello! Today we are going to do a tutorial for Forever Rain by Hillsong. So the first lyric of that is, "You are good, you are good." So the first thing you're going to want to do is establish where God is. Since I'm right-handed, and my right hand is my dominant signing hand, I establish God on my right. If you're left-handed, I'd suggest to do it on your left side. It matters because there's going to be a few times where you make eye contact or kind of gesture toward wherever you establish God. So first things first, establish God. Most of you will be on the right side. Okay, so for you're going to have two open palms, and you're going to have them gestured towards wherever you establish God to be, kind of up higher, and you're going to do like a sweep. You are. For good, you're going to have the same hand shapes. Your dominant hand is going to start touching your chin, and your other hand is going to be laid flat in front of you, and you're going to land your dominant hand on your other palm. Good. 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 So, you are good. You are good. When there's nothing good in me, this is not going to be translated from English at all. So the way that I interpret it is happen in me none. It's kind of known that I'm talking about goodness, so I don't have to re-sign good. So happen is to D hand shapes, and you start with your palms facing up and then facing down. Happen. 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 In me, I have like a kind of a C shape with my non-dominant hand, and I have it touching my chest, and my other hand is squished O in me, and I just put it in my little cupped hand. Okay, so happen in me none. It's like two little squishy O's. None. You are good. You are good. Happen in me none. You are, for you are love. You are love. It's like you're giving someone a hug. Okay. You are love. On display for all to see, we're going to do with your dominant hand, do the I love you sign. If you don't know what that is, that's this. With your non-dominant hand, put it at the end of your wrist, and you're going to sweep from left to right. Or if you're left-handed, then it would be right to left, but left to right. So this is us showing His love is on display for all to see. Okay? So that's the first little bit. You are light. You are light. You're taking your middle finger, putting it on your thumb, and you're kind of flicking at your chin. I'm not actually flicking it. You can do it once or twice. Doesn't matter. So, you are light. I just do it once. You are light. When the darkness closes in, so I do happen again. So, happen. Darkness is like this. So your open palms, and your dominant hand is going to be the one that lands on top, okay? So what I do for this, to show it closing in, I start darkness out here, and as I close it, I like bring it really close to myself, okay? So when the darkness closes in, okay? You are hope. You're going to kind of start out with the opens, go to your head, your dominant hand would be in the front, and you like squish them. Hope, hope, hope. I guess it doesn't matter which one of your hands is in the front, because I'm kind of more comfortable having my left in the front. Learn something every day, okay? So you are hope. You are hope. Hope. You covered all my sin. You have covered all my sin. So I do my dominant hand. Sin is two X's, and you're going to have them rotating like this. So they're rotating towards each other, I guess. Okay. Sin. And then I go you, cover. So I kind of just am taking what I'm establishing as him and I'm bringing him and I'm covering this thing that represents my sin. Okay? So my sin, you cover. And that's going to be a part where you're going to notice when you're practicing with the song, it's going to kind of be hard because, you know, they're singing, you've covered all my sin, and you're switching it around and saying, sin, you cover. That's the fun with ASL. So it's something that it just takes a lot of practice. So, you know, when you start practicing with the song, it's going to take some time for your brain to remember the lyrics and also remember that you're not signing exactly with the lyrics, and that's okay. It's okay for it to take a little bit of time. And it looks really awesome when you get it. So, anyway, my sin, you cover. You are peace. You're going to take your dominant hand on top and flip it. It's actually the sign for hamburger. So, and then you end it with a sweep. And this one is hard to do with the song because they sing you are peace so fast, and peace kind of takes some time to do. So again, it's just going to take you some practice, and that's okay. So yes, dominant hand starts on top first, then you come out to a sweep. Peace. When my fear is crippling, we're going to use that happen sign again. Happen for fear. I start out with kind of relaxed, bent fingers, and you bring them to yourself like, oh my gosh, you know, okay? So like you were scared. Fear. And they'll cross over each other. And it doesn't matter which hand is on top. Alright, so when my fear, for crippling, I'm going to use the sign for stuck. So like my fear freezes me, okay? So it's going to be kind of like your fingers have two X's in them, okay? And you're going to just jab yourself in the throat. Stuck. Stuck. So when fear is crippling, you can't get lazy. You are truth. You're going to take a D hand shape, touch your lips, and bring it forward really fast, okay? True. You're true. Okay? Even in my wondering, this one's a fun one. I'm going to do happen, I. So I'm going to take my other hand while I'm pointing to myself, and I'm going to kind of make myself wander away, okay? So this is representing me wandering. And this, then I'm going to gesture to where I've established God, bring him over, and have him pull me back towards him, okay? So even in my wandering, bring me back, right? Okay. So that's not in the lyric, but that's the concept of what the lyric means, is that he's, you know, he's always got you, right? So another little fun plug with ASL is getting to really show that more than what the lyric by itself shows, right? Okay. Your joy, you are. Joy is a sign for enjoy, so two open hands, dominance on top, and it's like that fun game where you try to rub your tummy and your head at the same time. It's like that. So, it's right over your chest. You're the reason that I sing. So you, reason, you're going to make your R hand shape with your dominant hand. You're going to circle your head and then touch it. Reason. That I sing, kind of do a, I don't even know how to describe this hand shape, but I'm sure you get it. Okay, so I'm going to take it right over my mouth, and I'm going to wiggle it upwards towards him, okay? So me singing. You are the reason that I sing. Your life. You are. Life, I make A hand shapes, have them this way. Start from the bottom of your stomach and pull them upwards. Okay? Life. And you can also see that some people do it with just L's, L hand shapes. Life. So whatever works for you. And that's something that's important to say. I probably should have said in the beginning of the video, but oh well. This is not the way you have to sign this song, okay? This is just my interpretation of it. So it is 100% possible that if you watch other tutorial videos, they will use way different signs than I did. And that's okay. Doesn't mean they're wrong, doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's all interpretations, alright? So even if you have a lyric and you're like, no, I think it means this, I'd rather sign it this way, go look up the signs for those concepts, make your own gloss, do it, okay? So anyway, yeah. The reason that I sing, you are life, you are life. With you, death has lost its sting. So I just say, death, your power is gone. So death, open hand shapes, your dominant hand, palm down, other hand, palm up, and you flip them. Death. Death. Power, so you have open hand shapes, go to your shoulders, and you aggressively close them. Okay? Power, power, power. Gone, you're going to have your non-dominant hand kind of in that C hand shape. You're going to take your dominant hand, open 5, and pass it through your C hand shape and close it. Gone. Death, power, gone. Okay? Now this is the chorus. Oh, I'm running to your arms. So for O, you can either just not do anything for it, you could go oh like an aw, or you can make an O and go oh. It's really fast, so, you know, sometimes there's not even time, like you might not even have time to do any of it, and that's okay. So I do this because I think it's easier to get to and easier to stop. So O for running, you're going to kind of make that hand shape that I just can't figure out how to describe to you, where your thumb is out straight and your pointer finger's bent, I guess. And you're going to latch, well, that's with your non-dominant hand, you're making that. With your dominant hand, you're going to make a D, and you're going to latch your pointer onto that thumb, okay? And then you're going to wiggle your non-dominant hand pointer finger like you're running. Running. So wherever you establish God, that's where you're running to, okay? So, oh, I'm running to your arms. So for arms, I just kind of do a sweep up my arms. So, oh, I'm running to your arms. I'm running to your arms. That's how I would do it. Alright? The riches of your love will always be enough. So, I'm going to do, wow, your love. So, wow is like your fingers are spread and you're kind of, I think you're going to grab a ball. And you just sweep it over your mouth. Wow. Okay? Your, so wherever you establish God, you're going to point in your open palm towards Him. Love will always be enough. So always, D hand-shaped dominant hand in circles. Always be enough. So your non-dominant hand is going to create, like you would on rock, paper, scissors, okay? Your dominant hand is going to take your fingers spread and you're going to wiggle them and bring them over. Okay? Enough. So it's like you're overflowing, right? Something's overflowing. Okay? So wow, your love always enough. Right? Alright. Nothing compares to your embrace. We're sticking pretty close to the words on that one. Nothing. Nothing. It's a squish toes again, same as none. Compare. You're going to take both of your hands and I kind of curve them in just a tiny bit, and you're going to sway them back and forth like this. It's like they're comparing themselves to each other. Okay? Compare your embrace. It's like the hug and love and stuff again, okay? Nothing compares to your embrace. Light of the world, forever reign. So, light, again, the flicking of your chin. Light for world, you're going to make 2 W's. Your dominant hand is going to be on top. You're going to circle your non-dominant hand and land it on there. World. World, yeah, and you go forward. Circle it, land it, world. Forever, you're going to do that always sign again, and then you're going to turn it into a Y, and you're going to bring it forward. And you can do it this way, you can do it this way, you can kind of get creative with it. I like doing it that way because I feel like it flows. Because this is a sign for still. So the sign for forever is always still. So that's what that is, always still. Always still. Forever. So if you want to get more creative, you can do it with both hands. Whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat. Okay? Forever rain, so we're going to do the sign for control. Both X's, and they're going back and forth like this. It's kind of like if you were riding a horse and you were holding on to the reins and you were trying to get into stuff, right? 2 X's going back and forth. Rain. Okay, so light of the world, forever rain. You are more. You are more. Squish those, tapping each other. More than my words could ever say, right? More than my words will ever say. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to say my words can't express. Alright? So word, you're going to have your non-dominant hand in a D hand shape. And your dominant hand is going to look like this. Kind of like a G. Okay. And you're going to tap, because I'm doing a word multiple times. So if you just wanted to say one word, you just do this once. But I'm going to say my words. I'm going to make it plural. So I'm going to do it multiple times. You can make it in like a list form if you want. Words, or you can just words. Can't. You're going to have D hand shape, dominant hand, D hand shape, both of them I guess. Have your non-dominant hand pointing palm down, and your other hand's going to smack your finger. Can't. You can't. It's also good for when you have children. You can't. Express, you're going to take your balled hands and put them at your chest, and you're just going to like your body comes forward as well. It's like you're trying to express something. I'm trying to express this to you. Okay, so you open them up dramatically. The dramatic body express, like it's trying to get it out, and your words can't express it, right? Okay. You are, for Lord, you're going to take your dominant hand, make an L, have your thumb hit your shoulder, and come down and hit your hip. And I know you can't see it, but it's like you're making a sash. Okay? Lord. Lord. You are Lord. All creation will proclaim. So all, you're going to have your dominant hand, both palms open, dominant hand palm out, non-dominant hand palm in. You're going to circle your dominant hand in and land it on your other one. All. All. Okay. Creation, you're going to have open forefingers and dominant hand touching your head, and you go out from your head. Okay. Creation. Creation. Will proclaim, I'm going to do announce. So 2 D hand shapes, touch to your chin, and announce. So, goodness. You're going to cross them, and then you're going to bring them out. Kind of a difficult one to explain. So cross them, and then flip your palms out. So it's like you're telling from your mouth. You're telling everybody, right? Announce. I feel like I made that a lot more complicated than it needed to be. Apologies. It's my first video in a while. Kind of rusty. So you are here. You are here. So 2 flat hands, and your hands are coming in at each other. Here. Okay? In your presence, I'm made whole. I'm saying, your presence, I'm complete. Okay? So your, you establish God. Presence, you're going to have your non-dominant hand, palm open, kind of hanging out in front of you. And then wherever you establish God, with another open palm, you're going to bring it to. So it's like His presence is coming at you, right? I. So for complete, you're going to have your non-dominant hand flat, palm towards you. Your dominant hand is going to be palm open, and it's going to be pointed to your left. Swipe it over your non-dominant hand, and when you get to the end of your fingers, kind of do like a sweep. Okay? Complete. And some of these signs have other meanings as well, like this also means like the end or a weekend. This for true also means like really, or so some of these things also mean other things. But we're using the concept of complete for this one, okay? You are God. You are God. Your dominant hand's going to be open. I started out like this, like so it's kind of in front of me. You're going to bring it up, and it's like you're cutting your face in half. Why this is a sign for God? Don't know. But God. Chopping yourself. God. God. You are God. You are God. Of all else I'm letting go. I love this interpretation. I hope you do too. Okay, so I'm going to do other. So your dominant hand in an A hand shape, and you just kind of other. Okay? I don't know how better to describe that. Other. And I'm going to make a list. So I'm going to take my fingers out, and I'm going to bring my dominant hand down like it's all this stuff listed off, okay? So that's of all else. And then I'm going to bring my fingers and interlock them. So my middle finger and my thumbs are touching. They're interlocked. And wherever I have my list on my left side, okay? And you'll want to do that too, unless you're left-handed, then it's the opposite. But so have your list on your left side, and then you're going to let go. So that list is gone now. So now you're going to remake that connection. Go to where you established God. And this is a sign for connection. So, of all else, I'm letting go to have that connection with God, right? Okay, and that's kind of an awkward, you just have to feel out what's more comfortable for you whenever you're signing it. Awesome. So then you repeat the chorus. And the last little bit is my heart will sing no other name. Jesus, Jesus, right? Okay, so my heart, you're going to use your middle fingers, and you're going to trace a heart over your heart, okay? So my heart, sing. So for no other name, I'm going to do the sign for name, which is 2 H's, dominant hand taps twice, okay? But I want there to be multiple names. So I'm going to do name, 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 name. Or if you want name, 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 name. You just want to do it multiple times to show there's multiple names. So name, 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 name. And I'm going to sweep them aside with my left hand, because I established them over on my left side. So all other names, nope, get them out of here, right? Sweep those names aside. Eye contact with Jesus. Jesus. Middle fingers. It's like you're representing the holes in his hands, okay? Jesus. So I'm going to establish eye contact and sign Jesus, okay? Let's see. And then I think after that, it repeats the chorus again. And that's it, right? I think so. So, like I said, when you practice this with music, first off, I wouldn't even suggest practicing this with music first, because you will totally overwhelm yourself, because it is a very fast song, okay? So get familiar with these signs first. Get your brain kind of in the mode of like, okay, I understand these concepts. I'm going to add music now, because it's fast. So, again, this is my first video in quite a long time, so I'm sorry if it wasn't as flowy as my other ones, but I was like, I gotta get back in there. I haven't done a video in so long. So, but if you have any, what is the word I'm looking for? Criticism, but better than, like, not mean criticism. you know what I'm trying to say. Leave it in the comments below. If you have a certain worship song, the worship songs are really the only ones that I'm really like focusing on right now, because I'm trying to start a deaf ministry at my church, so I'm trying to get my brain familiar with these concepts and these signs. If you have a certain song that you would like me to do, leave that in the comments and I will check it out. Constructive criticism, that's what I was trying to say. Okay, so anyway, rewind this video, watch it as many times as you want. If there's a sign that I forgot to show you how to do, leave that in the comments, but then go to lifeprint.com, spelled just like it sounds, and look it up there, because that is a beautiful website. And yeah, so I will be posting a video of me signing with the music, so that you can practice with that once you're ready for that if you want to. But also watching the music videos where the lyrics are up there is really helpful, because sometimes it's a little bit faster than the song and it shows you what's coming up next, so you can be like, oh, okay, like I know what's coming next. But anyway, thanks for watching.